Hello, happy Friday. Welcome back to another Arkham Horror live stream. Today we're continuing on in our Scarlet Keys campaign with the next scenario. What's really cool about this campaign is that there is no linear progression. You can it's pretty sandboxy. You can do whatever you want. Now, I did do a little bit of background research after getting my butt handed to me last week and read some of the dossiers and made a decision on where we're gonna go, and I will talk through that just a little bit. But I wanted to do kind of all that reading because it was a good bit of reading off stream. Hey Beast, no, how's it going? Happy Friday. Also, got the action. Oh my goodness, my camera is not working, so let me fix that real quick, and I will show off my new action trackers. But yeah, this is This has been a really fun. You know what? I'm gonna go to be right back. I'm going to fix this camera real quick. Okay, sorry about that. Yep. Okay, so we are working now. I don't know what that was all about, but got the new action trackers from By the Same Token. So we're gonna be using this, and hopefully this will help me with some of the complexity that is two-handed play. But they are magnetic. They're pretty cool. They're magnetic. I got them in a couple of different colors, and you can rotate based on the actions, and so we're gonna be using those going forward. I guess they're supposed to be like that, so they're right side up. Time to sleeve some cards. Nice, excellent. What are we sleeving today? Let's talk about our deck modifications. So in our last scenario, we did get the quote good outcome, and we ended up with 2 mental trauma and 1 experience. So I don't know if I would quote that as a good outcome. Hey, really enjoyed your Dunwich playthrough with Meg. Haven't been able to catch you live before. Well, welcome. I'm so excited that you were able to make it today. Just wanted to say thanks for the streams. This game deserves more content. Yeah, this is a great game. I really appreciate this game. I really appreciate the design, and I am so very happy that you are here. And we're playing through Scarlet Keys now. I was talking with Meg. I think we are going to be able to get another campaign going, so hopefully that will be here soon. Beast, no, look at Discord when you can. Alrighty, we'll do. So, the 1 experience and the 2 mental trauma coming out of Marrakesh did not. I don't know if that was worth the last blossom, but that's the key that we got, and we gave that to Jack. Now, the Jim has a little bit easier time upgrading his deck because we did purchase Down the Rabbit Hole at deck creation, meaning that the first 2 cards that we upgrade are at a 1 discount. We did that with our 2 customizable cards. So the customizable cards are going to be cards that you can upgrade throughout the campaign, and when you draw them, they have the abilities that are listed here on the sheet. And so the 2 free upgrades that we did is we upgraded Living Ink into Shifting Ink, so we can play Living Ink under the control of another investigator. We're going to be doing that for Jack if it works out. If it works out, I guess. But the Living Ink gives you +1 to your willpower. Jack, as we saw last week, very much needs that. Then I did my other free upgrade over here on Power Word. I did Thrice Spoken, so we've got 1 check mark there. And then I used my 1 experience for Jim, as well as the resource or the experience I was floating, to finish out Thrice Spoken. And Thrice Spoken says that I can include 3 copies of Power Word in our deck. So we've got 3 copies of Power Word, which is just going to really help with that consistency drawing into it. Almost 10% of our deck now. Yep, there we go. So 3 copies of Power Word. We took out an alchemical transmutation, and this is whenever you give a command using 1 copy, give that command to everyone that has a Power Word attached. So while that is a good ability, I do think that is nice. Really, the reasoning behind going into this 3rd check marks, the Thrice Spoken, is to get that 3rd copy and increase our likelihood of drawing it, because now we can have it exhaust, we can have it flee, we can have it heal, and really healing is what we're going to be looking at, because we starting at 4, and well, I guess gym's at 6. It's not too bad, but starting over here at 4, mental is going to be something that we need to be keeping an eye on. Now for Jack, we're just floating the resource. I need Jack is our main clue grabber, and I need something that allows us to grab multiple clues at a time, and that just was not necessarily there wasn't any exciting option for one resource. And so while it may be good, while we may find something good at one experience, like a magnifying glass, I would rather kind of try and get through. I'd rather play this scenario and see if we can maybe rack up a little bit more experience and hopefully get something that will allow us to grab multiple clues at a time. Maybe one of those higher level seeker cards, because action efficiency is kind of what we're striving for here. So Jack got the boring upgrades, Jim got the cool stuff. Okay, we'll shuffle this up and we'll talk about where we're going. Now we are like trying to figure out the mystery behind all of these crazy disappearances around the world that we for some reason remember but nobody else does. We kind of teamed up with some secret agents, and we have the ability to travel around the world and look into different weird mystical happenings. And last time we went to Marrakesh, I feel like I'm missing a card here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Nope, we're good. Okay. Just leaving a ton of cards. Nice. So last time we went to Marrakesh, and there are some things killing all the civilians, which is bad. And today, let's talk about kind of what we did. So we did that, and I was looking at the intro here, and it says subject class red, and where I think that may translate to is difficulty. Those traumas are rough. Unfortunately, you made the last scenario a lot harder on yourself. When Amareth frisks, she's supposed to carry... Oh, she's supposed to carry the existing damage? Oh my goodness, I did not realize that. That's hilarious. Well, here we are. I still think we would have taken the trauma regardless, because we weren't spending any time saving any civilians. However, you know, if we had the time, that's really funny. That's really funny. Well, I would rather get a rule wrong and make it harder than get a rule wrong and and make it easier. So, well, that's good to know, because this is absolutely a campaign that I'd be interested in playing through again, at least so far, right? I've only seen 2 of the X number of scenarios you'll play through, but I'm really enjoying this kind of mechanisms, and so I hope to be playing through this one again. And so next time I'll remember. That's so funny. So the subject class red was, I think, is, hey Massive Vault, how's it going? I think maybe akin to maybe a difficulty. And so with that being known, what we're going to do is, we were told to come over here to Istanbul. It's not Constantinople now. I assume that that's either a joke, or I actually looked it up, because, like, you know, the whole Istanbul, not Constantinople. I actually looked it up, and what my favorite response was, and I don't remember who said this, but that since this is a printed map, this actually may have been right before the name was changed, and so that's why the map says Constantinople and the book says Istanbul. But so Constantinople is a 2 leg away from us. So we're here in Marrakesh, and every single line that we follow is a single time. And so I kind of want to, I'm trying to balance 2 variables here. I want to not spend too much time. I don't know what happens when more time happens. That being said, I also don't, there's no way to get it back. And so I'd rather try and do everything I can with a short amount of time before we've just kind of like used all of our time. And so we're currently sitting at 5 time. If we go 1, 2, that's going to take us up to 7 time and throw us into Constantinople, which is 21F. Love this mechanism, by the way. So we flip over to 21F. And this is a subject class green. And so the variables being how far we want to move, how much time we want to spend, as well as not wanting to do another red. Mainly, I want to see if this is a little bit easier and something that we should be targeting as lower level characters. And if so, then that's good information to have, and we will try not to bite off more than we can chew next time. But this says that subject 21F, hereafter the lady in Vermilion Veil, or real name Essie Sane, is a woman of Turkish descent, 34 years of age, approximately 161 centimeters in height. It's unknown whether this subject's redacted or disguise or false or a disguise or a false identity. At all times, the subject wears a hijab of unusual stark red color, likely a redacted object designating a coterie membership. Paradimensional capabilities. Lady in Vermilion Veil appears to either possess no such capabilities or has successfully hidden such capabilities from the Foundation's intelligence. Sightings. She is a well-known and renowned art collector and museum curator operating in the Turkish and Islamic art museums in Constantinople. She has either redacted or is, for all intents and purposes, a normal everyday purpose. Note, leadership is under assumption redacted. So we've got that. Dealings in the dark is kind of what we're going into. We'll read the intro, which is a good bit of text, and we will get into it. But I meant to talk about, I got the agenda and axe stand from by the same token as well. And so these do fit right in here. So this does prop up, and like they have like little stands in there that prop it up, but then y'all can't see it. But what I didn't think about, and what does not happen on the villain stand, is when it's laying flat like this, I can't see the thresholds, because this is like a 3D. There's like a little lip here, and so yeah. So I'm gonna try and figure out a way to maybe put it like that or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I just thought that was funny. So intro 1. Goals cry out as you cross the Galgata Bridge, where many would call the link between the traditional Sunday of Constantinople and the districts of Galgata and other places, where a large population of foreign merchants and diplomats lives and works. Since you know where you are headed, and the time and secrecy are of the essence, you decide against hiring a translator and heading directly to the Sumerian complex, where the target of your investigation supposedly works. She has made a name for herself in several fields of academia, specifically in the fields of antiquity and art history. According to your intel, she works as a curator in the recently established Turkish and Islamic arts museums. But to your surprise, your case files include a wealth of other information about her, from her schooling all the way back to her early life. All of this points to two conclusions. Either she is not in hiding like the other members of the coterie, or she's crafted an extensive cover story. According to your intel, she has already reached out to the Foundation by way of an offer of introduction. It could be a trap, but if she truly wishes to meet, you can't turn down such an opportunity. Thankfully, her office is not difficult to find, and the door marked with her name and a full title in Turkish and several other languages. You knock, and she bids you to enter, which you do with much caution, eyes instinctively darting to every one of the room's corners and hiding places. The room is warm and richly decorated. The walls are covered in beautiful tapestries and paintings of many styles ranging from hundreds of years old to very recent, and shelves filled to the brim with a variety of colorful ceramics, glassware, and musty texts. Greetings, she says, with a warm smile that seems to brighten the room. She's a young woman with a dark tan, hazel eyes, and wispy figure of one who has spent her entire life in academia. What can I do for you? You inform her that you received her, quote, earlier communication in her desire to meet with you, which she takes a moment to interpret before her eyes go wide. Oh, so you are, she clears her throat and does not finish her train of thought. I see. Then in that case, please sit down. We have much to discuss. You tell her that you can start by explaining her, you can tell her that she can start by explaining her involvement with the coterie. Your eyes catch her shifting uncomfortably at her seat, the mention of the organization's name. The coterie is involved with many great things all over the world, as you likely already know, she says, choosing her words delicately, but our goals are so different than from your own. I spent many years as a researcher for the organization searching the same things your employers seek, objects of arcane power that can be used to defend humanity from threats we cannot see. Read if at least one key is bound to an investigator. So we have two keys here. So you reveal your key and show it to her, wondering if this is one of the artifacts she speaks of. That seems a little dangerous. I don't know if I would actually do that. I can see you are already in possession of one such object. Where did you acquire this? You tell her that you recovered the key before one of her colleagues could cause further harm with it. Key, is that what you call them? Interesting. But not surprising. They've been called many things by many people throughout human history. Their terminology is apropos. They are keys to unlock power from other realms, power enough to save the world or to doom it, or to control humanity, you note aloud. She sighs. You're not wrong, but I assure you not all of us within the coterie would use them for such purpose. There are those like myself who wish only to use them for the good of others. You ask her why you should trust her, given the actions of the coterie in other places around the world. Ours is not an organization with a leader or a hierarchy, she explains. We operate independently in furtherance of a unified goal, but she swallows hard with a shudder, some employ methods I do not agree with. Methods with disgust, and if I'm being wholly honest, terrify me. Whew. Coffee break. That is my biggest complaint quote about the campaign. It's a lot of reading. I think that the story is interesting, but I don't know if I could use less text to get the same story across, I think. But here we are. Okay. You don't know if she is telling the truth, but there's no point in not hearing her out. You ask her what her situation in Constantinople is, and why she has sought an audience with the Foundation. Istanbul, she corrects you. The people of Istanbul no longer refer to the city by that name. Okay, so that probably is. It's kind of the map timing, because I think that was the 1920s, which is right around when this is taking place. That's kind of fun. That's really cool. I like that. You make note to yourself to refer to the city only as Istanbul from here on out. One of the relics you have been searching for is here in Istanbul. It is the one I've been seeking for many years, a talisman bound to a powerful entity, what some might call a gymni, or in the traditional sense, the only kind of non-human entity with the capability to exercise free will. Judging from her clinical definition, you wonder aloud if she believes this to be true. No, I don't believe that this talisman is bound to a chimney. I suspect it's a matter of something even more powerful and inhuman, something not of Earth at all. And the two of us are not only looking for it, but after the Great War, the dismantling of the Ottoman Empire, many records were thrown into chaos, but many more emerged from obscurity, including those pertaining to this talisman. The other group searching for it, the things that they have done in search for their knowledge, her face pales, and she struggles to keep her composure. They'll do anything to get their hands on it. Murder and torture are just tools for them. I hate to think of what sort of heinous acts these villains would commit if they managed to obtain it. And the worst part is, I believe that one of my cohorts may be the ones pulling the strings. I'm so close to finding it. But if they find it first, you understand now why she came to you. If one of the coterie is behind the cultist actions, she could not go to them with this information. Still lingering doubt toils in your mind. Please, she pleads with you, find the talisman before the cult does. It does not. I do not wish to see what entity it is they worship. I'll do what I can to help you if you place the talisman in my care in return. I promise to never relinquish it to the control of the other, more dangerous members of my organization. It will remain safe and tethered in my control. I cannot guarantee the same should you wield it yourself. Please, we are on the same side, I assure you. So we can choose to find it and place it in your care, find it and place it in your care, but you're lying. We'll trap down the talisman, but we will be taking it into our own custody. Um, let's give it to her. Let's give it to her. Let's not lie to her. Why not? So she lets out a long breath, visibly relieved. Thank you. I will admit I wasn't sure if I could trust you. It's a comfort to know that our two organizations can work together when lives are at stake. After all, we share the same goal. She rises to her feet and shakes your hand. You ask her, should you begin searching? The last written account of the talisman existence was during the city's conquest in the 15th century. It was likely hidden in order to keep the invading Ottomans from finding it. After that, it remained hidden for many long years. It was not but a feeble spoken of a hushed voices and whispers. But due to recent events, well, it would not surprise you if the recent Allied occupation of the city had something to do with the sudden interest in finding it. But let us not get buried in conjecture. I would begin looking in places that were not sacked by the conquering army. The university may also be a useful resource for you. As for me, I'm not particularly helpful in a fight if it comes to that, but I can provide you with aid in my own way. So remove one heart and add one tablet token. There are already 4. Each investigator earned 1 experience instead. So let's see. We got 1, 2, 3. We don't have any tentacles. So we'll just add a tablet. Okay, so we got 4 of those tablets in there now. Hopefully those aren't too bad. But it is good to know that we do not have any of the hearts. So we can kind of build our strategy when we're playing around not worrying about drawing one of those. Although we will just draw that autofail token multiple times. And proceed to setup. Setup, gather all the cards. I did it. Put the double-sided unsealing story into play. Check how much time. If 10 or fewer time, which we are, we're at 7. Yep. No changes. Put the following locations into play. Yeah, put the following locations into play. We've got the Obelisk University. Sophia. Or, yeah. Istanbul University. Obelisk and Galta. Okay, so the that's that. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. The Hagia Sophia must be on the right side of the play area. Okay, well, okay, so we got here. They gave us a map this time, so I'm happy about that. These are all connected to each other. We got all of these up here. Okay. Each investigator begins play at... Where did I put my investigator cards? Oh, there we are. At the... I got Sophia. Oh, good. Looks like I didn't miss it. Nope, we are here at setup. Check the campaign log. If the cell is working with EC or if the cell is deceiving EC, if the cell refused... Oh, we are working with EC. Okay. Put the EC story asset into play under any player's control. Okay, so this is exhaust her. Look at the top card of any investigator's deck. If it's not a weakness, you can place it face down beneath her, 5 cards beneath her. After any key is shifted, the owner of each card beneath her draws a card. That's pretty nifty. Let's give her to Jack because she has a 3 sanity soak. I don't want to kill her, but also it's going to be a little bit better over here. Set each of the following cards outside out of play. Each of the 7 Grand Bazaar locations. The Umbral Harbinger enemy. Okay. The Emissary from Yagath. These are okay. The Galta Docks location, the Twisted Anti-Prism Key, and the Chase Agenda card. Alrighty, so those are all going outside out of play. Gather each of the decoy mini cards and set the following mini cards aside out of play. We'll get those when we draw them. I just have a deck of them over here. I don't know how hard it is or common to be in Unleash form, but Psychic Blast seems like such a good card. Oh, is that the 7-2 overkill? Yeah. Unleash is really dangerous. That's the cool balancing thing for Phoenix is that Unleash, she gets really, really powerful. It's pretty easy to get there. But then the encounter deck can really mess with you. So it's a cool balancing. One at a time in player order. Each player okay, so we'll shuffle these one at a time in player order. Each investigator discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until they discard a cultist enemy. Each investigator draws the enemy they discarded, resolving its conceal keyword as granted by Agenda 1A. After all investigators have performed this step, shuffle each other card discarded back into the encounter deck, and now we are ready to begin. Okay. So, location adjacency in the Grand Bazaar. The scenario's starting 4 locations are arranged as shown above and are connected through their connection symbol. Later during the scenario, the investigators will be instructed to put the Grand Bazaar locations into play. And each Grand Bazaar location is connected to each Grand Bazaar location adjacent to it. Adjacent locations share a side in common, left, right, above, or below. Locations that share only a corner are not adjacent. Acolyte concealed minicards. The first agenda of this scenario causes each cultist enemy, including those from the core set, to gain the concealed keyword. Since 3 acolytes from the core set are not labeled A, B, and C, when resolving their concealed keyword, use any of the acolytes, any mini cards, along with their decoy. Okay, we will go ahead and grab those just because that sounds a little confusing. Sorry, it seems like I'm always talking about... Dude, you're fine. No, you're absolutely fine. Totally fine. Okay, so we need to find Wizard Orders, Sinister Emissary. Wizard of the Order, Sinister Acolyte Any, which is 3 of those. Wizard of the Order, boom. Sinister A, B, and C, and set them aside out of play. Alrighty, and then we'll grab all these decoy cards. I still think that this is a pretty cool mechanism. I haven't been burned by it yet, which is probably why I think it's cool. If Amazon had delivered my emerald sleeves 2 days ago like they said they would, I'd be sleeving Carcosa right now. Nice. Carcosa is so good. I'm hoping that that's what we get to go through next. Or Meg and I get to go through next. Because I really enjoyed Carcosa. Then there's Act 2 setup. So we will not read that now. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, so we need to discard cards and find a... cultist enemy. I got a lot of cards yesterday. It was a good day. Nice. I think I did see that. I think I saw the post that you posted. It's insane. That's awesome. Okay, we'll do Jax first. So we're gonna get a cultist enemy. Also, they put ancient evils in here. Boo. Then the acolyte over here. Okay. Now we have to read the act and agenda because these are going to come in with concealed stuff. So Agenda 1A, the cult operating in Istanbul is a secretive and deadly with eyes everywhere and ears in every dark corner of the city. Each non-weakness cultist enemy gains concealed 1. After you evade a cultist enemy, return it to the shadows and resolve its concealed keyword. Take control of one of its clues. Interesting. Okay. Then we need 8 clues. Search for the manuscript. According to Miss Sahin, the talisman has been hidden somewhere in the city for many hundreds of years. You must not let it fall into the cult's hands. Find the talisman before the cult does. If either the cult or the investigators at any locations possess the requisite number of clues as a group advance, do not spend any clues when you advance. Okay, cool. To be clear, what are the upgrades you added for your characters, if any? Yes. So, Jack is sitting with no upgrades. I floated the 1 resource, hopefully in the future, trying to get something that will heal, or not heal, but help get multiple clues. For Jim, we have the 2 free upgrades. So we upgraded shifting ink, or we upgraded living ink to have shifting, so I could play it under Jack's control. And then we used our other free to check off 1 from Thrice Spoken, and then our floating resource and our earned resource. Why do I keep saying resource? Experience. To finish off Thrice Spoken. So we now have 3 copies of Power Word. We took out an alchemical transmutation. And then now every single copy of Power Word gets to... when I give a command, it commands everything. Really, I just wanted more Power Words in there. Okay. So we've got... Everyone has... Conceal 1. We have the Sinister, and then we have Acolyte Any. And I'm going to just reread this concealed location just because I don't always remember. Okay. So concealed X. They spawn that enemy into the game area above the agenda deck, not in any location. This area is called the Shadows and represents enemies. The investigators. They take the set aside along with X decoys, shuffles them face down, puts them into play, distributed as evenly possible among each location in play. Okay. So we'll do this first one. The first one was the Sinister. There. We are at Hagia Sophia. We're going to place 1 here and 1 here. And then the Acolytes, we're going to shuffle up. I'm going to place 1 here, and actually we're going to go up to the university. Cool. Because we have 2 different instances of concealed. We can place them however we would like. Okay. We've got the Unveiling. After 1 or more doom is placed on a cultist enemy, flip them to their clues side. If an enemy has 3 more clues on it, move the clues in excess of 3 to clues unveiled below. The number of clues possessed by the cult is equal to the number of clues on cultist enemies in play plus the number of clues on clues unveiled. So, if either the cult or investigators have the right amount of clues. At the end of the enemy phase, if Sinister is ready, place 1 Doom on it. After Acolyte enters play, place 1 Doom on it. So the Acolyte needs a clue. Okay. Trying to get everything. There's a lot going on here. We've got the Hagia Sophia. Gets +3 Shroud for each study token on it. We can place 1 per investigator clues on Hagia Sophia to place 1 resource as a study token. As a Shroud of 2, comes in with 2 clues. I do not know why I would do that, so here we are. We can get the concealed card. We can unveil a concealed card by successfully investigating the location. We do not get the clue by successfully evading and attacking, I believe, right? May attempt to dispose it by successfully attacking or evading it by success. The X is the shroud of the location. Cool. Another question: does the chaos bag get harder by adding new tokens? Yes. So we are at 4 tablets and 0, whatever we call them, hearts. So we're at 4 tablets right now. Which good point. Let's see what these do. So the skull is -X, where X is the highest number of clues on a cultist enemy in play to a maximum of 3. The cultist is -5. Place a doom on the nearest cultist enemy to change this to a -1. Ooh, that's interesting. -3 if you fail to place one of your clues on your location is their tablet, and we don't have any of the hearts. Okay. So let's see what Jack has got. You got opening hand of 5 cards. Unexpected Courage, a Backstab, a Lone Wolf is pretty nice right now. Eureka is good, and Hiking Boots. So, okay, so we want to keep the Hiking Boots. You get +1 feet, and then after the last clue is discovered from your location, we can exhaust Hiking Boots to move. This campaign's Chaos Bag, it's crazy towards the... Oh, really? Oh, no. Oh, no. Eureka is always good just so we can be searching. Lone Wolf is going to help us with that engine. We got Backstab and Unexpected Courage. I'm thinking that we're going to mulligan Backstab and Unexpected Courage. Let's see what we got. We got Manual Dexterity and a Trusty Bullwhip. Let's go. Love getting that Trusty Bullwhip. It's so flexible. Playing on Standard. Yeah, we're playing on Standard. I'm not good enough to play on Standard, so... so there's no way I'm going to Hard. Also, Standard feels very hard. So we got the Trusty Bullwhip. We've got Manual Dexterity, Lone Wolf, Eureka, and a Hiking Boots. Over here for Jim, we got 2, 4, 5. Give me a spell. Azure Flame, perfect. Living Ink, beautiful. Unexpected Courage, Alchemical Transmutation, and a Power Word. Let's go. Let's go. Excellent. Okay. Do we mulligan any of this stuff? I mean, honestly, like, Alchemical Transmutation is nice. It's going to help us. Azure Flame is nice. We are starting with 8 resources because we had 6 on Embezzled Treasure last time. We're giving Jim those 3 resources, so we are starting with 8 over here. Living Ink is great. We can throw that down anytime and just not remove charges. Oh my goodness, yes. You have to be up by 4 to reliability. That's annoying. That's kind of annoying. Especially like not having a 5 on Jim's stat. So it's gonna be like, that's gonna be tough. Or so maybe I want to lean into some of those cards or events that are like success or automatically discover clues, etc. We got a Power Word ready to go. We got Living Ink, Azure, and I'm gonna keep these. This is, I think, a really solid hand. So okay. I want to find this guy because he's going to be getting clues at the end of the round. We need clues. This moves at 4. Okay. So I guess like the bad thing about Jim and these conceal cards is I don't necessarily have a good way to reveal the conceal cards because like all of my spells and everything are are not that. So let's start with Jack then. If we start with Jack, then Jack can start getting rid of some of these conceal cards, and then hopefully it's going to bring an enemy into play that Jim can take care of. So let's do that. So Jack is over here. I think what we want to do is spend 2 to play a Trusty Bullwhip. That's going to be 1 action. We are going to use her ability so we can exhaust her. We're going to look at the top card of Jim's deck. It's a Storm of Spirits. We're not going to place it under, just because Storm of Spirits is going to clear out some conceal cards for us. Bullwhip is fast. Dude, incredible. Thank you. Bullwhip's a really fun card. I like that a lot. Sweet. Okay, well that's good. That's good. Let's do 2 more money. And this actually does take a action to put on some shoes. Now, let's go ahead and try and evade this conceal card right here. We are at a 6-2, so we're just gonna rock and roll and go for it. We've got a tablet, which is a -3. If you fail, place one of your clues. We do not fail. It is a acolyte. So this is this guy. So he comes in and I guess will be engaged with me. Yeah. We will fight using our trusty bullwhip. So that was... We have 1 action left. Fighting with our trusty bullwhip takes us to 0. And we use feet instead of fist. We're going 6-3. We got a -3, so we're still good. So the acolyte is going to die. I think trying to figure out what happens to the clue. I think it just gets discarded. Yeah. If you evade it, you get the clue, but if you just kill it, it just gets discarded. So that was the 3 actions there. We are at the same location that we were at, so we don't get to utilize Jack's ability. So let's do over here for Jim. We're going to play a Living Ink onto Jim. We get 3 charges there. We will spend 3 money to play a Azure Flame, which comes in with 4 charges. We're going to spend... So that was 1, 2. Then we're going to spend 1 to play Alchemical Transmutation for our 3rd action. Okay. So, enemy phase. At the end of the enemy phase, if it is ready, place 1 Doom on it, which becomes a clue. Then refresh phase. And do everyone draw a card. Everyone get a resource. Jack is going to draw into a dexterity. And then we got the Storm of Spirits over there. Cool. Now at the top of the round, we're going to place 1 Doom on the agenda. Once we get 4, we advance. And Jack is going to draw a Seeing Shadows. Put Seeing Shadows in your threat area. After you fail a skill test while at your location, with a concealed minicard, take 1 horror, 2 actions to discard Seeing Shadows. Bummer. Jim has got a Hunting Shadow Peril. You must either to spend 1 clue or take 2 damage. It is going to be 2 damage because we do not have a clue to spend. Excellent. Okay. I'm thinking that Jim can come over here and use Storm of Spirits to damage these concealed cards. I think that's how that would work. If I use a spell that would damage every enemy at our location. May also use an effect that automatically evades an email, deals damage to an enemy, or discovers a clue at a location. So I could use Storm of Spirits to clear both of these conceal cards. So that's pretty cool. I feel like that's probably a good call. We also would know if these are decoys, if this is this shadow guy. So actually, let's go Jack first. Let's do an evade here. So it's going to be 6-2. And we've got a -2. So it's a decoy. So we know that it's up here. So we will use our Storm of Spirits to clear these. So 1-2 alchemical to probably kill him. Actually, oh man, he has 3 health. Huh. He deals 1 mental damage, though he doesn't do any physical damage. That's kind of interesting. We could actually go power word on him if we wanted to. We don't have enough resources, so never mind, we cannot do that. Just kidding. Let's get rid of this. 2 actions. I probably should have done that first, but here we are. So 2 actions. We'll go ahead and use her ability. So we will exhaust her. Take a look. It is a enemy, so we will get the thing that follows coming out for Jim. Let's go ahead and shift this. So we'll heal 1 damage and 1 horror from everybody at my location. And so 1, and then this one over here is set a skill test to 6 as your base. I wanted to do that because Jim's about to leave. Okay, so it was evade. Yeah, get rid of it. And then we've got, I feel like, you know what, honestly, no, we're not gonna get rid of that. We're not gonna get rid of this because we're gonna send Jack here for 1 action. After you fail a skill test while investigating the obelisk, move 1 of your clues to the nearest cultist enemy. Comes in with 2, and it's got a victory point. Sweet. So 2 clues on there. Then we will spend 1 resource to play Lone Wolf. And at the end of the phase, we are 1 away. So we will go ahead and grab a resource. JK about sleeving a bunch of cards. I got through Phoenix before the little guy woke up. Nice. Hopefully he's doing well. How is BB? Okay. Let's do Jim. Jim knows that he's about to draw into the thing that follows, which is not great. So if we move Storm, play Power Word. No, Power Word is fast. So we could play Power Word here and then have it exhaust so it would not collect a clue. And then we just have Power Word, and then we can just sit it here and have it heal us. How funny. Yes. Tongue Twister is going to be really solid. Tongue Twister, the upgrade for this Power Word is when you use Parlay, you can give it 2 different commands. That's going to be nice. He's home alone with Dad today. Pray for Nice. Okay, so let's spend our first action to hop up here. Shroud of 4, another victory point. Test or brain or book 6. If you succeed, take control of 1 of the clues. Max 1 success per game. Woof. Oh, on clues unveiled. I was like, oh, that's up here. I was like, why would you ever test book? Why wouldn't you just search there? That's not what that's saying. Okay. Okay, so we've got a shroud of 4, 2 clues up there. Pretty sweet. I'm liking the victory points here. I should have came here first. Um, let's go ahead and spend 3 to play power or Storm of Spirits. If you succeed, oh wait, hold on. I actually have to hit this. Okay, so I would be attacking a 5 to 4. I actually don't like that at all. You know what? I'm not gonna do that. That's bad. That's really bad. Ah, yeah. I could you no. I mean like because I'm hitting at a 4. These concealed cards are not good. These concealed cards are bad. Oof, oof. I could go 5 to 4. I have an unexpected courage, so it'd be 8 or 7 to 4. 7 to 4 feels better. 7 to 4 feels okay. Let's try that. Let's do that. Okay, so action number 2. We spent the resources. We're gonna play Storm of Spirits. We did remove 1 here, so we are up to 5. Base stat. We will unexpected courage to commit that for 7, and we're shooting for 4. Instead of a standard damage, it deals 2 damage. If one of the bad symbols, you deal 1 damage to each investigator to location. It's a 0, so we succeed. We deal damage here and here. We know that the Sinister comes into play. Actually, he's going to be engaged here. I don't have the money. For some reason, I thought I had the money to play Power Word, so that's interesting. That's fine. Let's do a Azure Flame. So now I'm attacking the Sinister. He's alert. At the end of the enemy phase, if he's ready, place 1 Doom on it. He won't be ready because he will attack, and after you attack, you get exhausted. So that's nice. So actually, do I even want to Azure Flame? No, let's Azure Flame him because it deals him +1 damage. So we can hit him for 2. Next turn, I probably do want to drop a Power Word on him just because I can heal forever with him at that point. And I can kill him off whenever. Nope, I can't. I don't have Betray yet. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, Tongue Twister is going to be really sweet. Tongue Twister is going to be cool. Because Thrice Spoken. Yeah, that's going to be cool. Yeah, let's just go ahead and attack him. Why not? So we're going to go... What, we're at 5 to 2. We got a Skull, which is -1. So we're good. That deals 2 damage here. And that's my last action. Okay. So we're doing okay. We're about to get the thing that follows, which is annoying. But here we are. Enemy phase. We've got 1 attack coming in here for 1 mental. Then he does exhaust after the attack. So at the end of the enemy phase, he is exhausted, so he does not collect a clue. Then we'll stand up. Everyone gets some money. Jack is going to draw into... Oh my gosh, I buried secrets. No! I just drew both of my weaknesses in the first turn. Or on this turn. So buried secrets is... If your location can be investigated, you cannot move except by scenario card effects. Investigate if you succeed. Instead of discovering clues, discard buried secrets. Okay? Then the thing that follows spawns here. I don't think that it I don't think that it engages because it says prey bearer only. Maybe someone, Maddie, or someone else in the chat knows the rules there, but I think that it does not engage because it's only preying, or it's only preying on Jim. Oof. Okay, here we are. This is not good. Top of the round, we're gonna add a Doom. Jack is gonna get well, if it's preying on Jim, it goes to Jim and not Jack. Right, but it's spawned at the location where Jack is. So if it spawns here, is it engaged with Jack? You think it does? Okay, cool. Put 10 Bliss Eclipse into play next to the agenda deck. No more than one concealed mini cards can be exposed by each investigator each round. At the end of the round, discard this. Ooh, that was good call. That was a good time. Also, this looks like straight up from Stranger Things. Jim has got Light of the Void, Peril. You must either choose to place one Doom on the cultist enemy in play with the highest evade, or take one damage and one horror. We'll go ahead and place a Doom here, which is going to be 1. Okay. Let's have Jack go first. We're going to attack this thing with our Bullwhip. So we're going 6-3. Reset our... So we'll initiate the attack for 1. I think it doesn't engage the non-prey. Prey will only not engage itself with any non-prey investigator. The enemy would ignore any other investigators the enemy moved and strike. They enter your location, engage you as a result of moving. They attack you in the following phase. We need a tiebreaker advice. Prey X only will only engage and hunt for X without only the prey, and serves as a tiebreaker. So the enemy was not engaged with the other investigator, would not have attacked the other investigator. So I think if I engaged it, it would attack. But the way that I'm reading it is that it would not. It's basically aloof to everybody but the prey, or but Jim. Also, that would be the this would be the Grim ruling of it. Is that I would much rather have the thing that follows engaged with Jack right now. So, Grim rule, it's not engaged. I didn't think prayed. I don't think it normally does, but since it says bear only, I think that's where the aloof gets built in. Yeah. Okay, so after your turn begins, we get a resource because there are no other peeps at my location. Let's go ahead and investigate. So we're going 4-3. That's less good. Jeez. We'll commit a Eureka, so 5-3. Come on, no whammies. -1, we're good. So we get rid of Buried Secrets. Eureka also procs. We search the top 3 cards of their deck for a card. So we got Slip Away, we got Flashlight, and we got Thinking on Your Feet. Let's take Flashlight. Okay. Let's do the fast action here. It's Shriveling, which is another fight. I kind of want to keep Shriveling over here. That was a fast action. So we got 2 actions left. I'm thinking we investigate, proc footwear, and move so that we can get our benefit. The other option would be to engage thing that follows and kill thing that follows. I don't really like that option. I think we could. Well, we're only at 4. We're only at 4 right now. 4 to 3 is not super great. So what we could do is we could spend 2 for a flashlight. And we're going to move up here for my 3rd action. We'll get a resource. But now we can investigate here. Actually, we're not going to get a resource. We're going to draw a card. Think on your feet. When an enemy would spawn at our location, we can move. Sweet. But that helps me. I would like to get something like the shortcuts or everything that we have where, it incentivizes us moving. And so that's why I'm drawing the cards. Okay, so that would be 4. Jim's turn. We've got this thing in front of us. Let's just go ahead and attack it with an Azure Flame, especially because we know Shriveling is coming up. So we're going to fight with Brain. We're at a 4 to 2. We're just going to take that right now. We're not going to remove Living Ink. 4 to 2. We got a tablet, which is -3. So we fail. Let's do it again. -1, so we're good. So these get exhausted or get removed. So we're good there. That was 2 actions. I don't want to move because I don't want this thing to follow us to engage me. So let's do an alchemical transmutation. So exhaust alchemical transmutation. Spend 1 charge. Test Brain 1. For each point you succeed, gain a resource. So we're testing Brain 4 to 1. Get a -1. So we get 2 resources. Wait. Yeah. Succeed by 1. So we went 4 to 2. We only get 1 resource. That was really bad. That was really, really bad. I probably should have procced Living Ink on that turn, but here we are. Okay. I'm learning how to play the game. It's fine. Okay, so we're going to have the thing that follows go up here. No other enemies. So Jack is going to go ahead and get a resource. And then draw into Unexpected Courage. Jim's going to get a resource and draw into Shriveling. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go up to 5. Okay. And we'll unexhaust everything. Okay. We'll place 3 out of 4. We got Jack. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have another copy of Seeing Shadows. So I think this means that we're just not going to be doing skill test where there is a mini card. Jim has got another. Okay, well, it's the same thing. It's not bad. We don't have any mini cards, so we're feeling pretty good right now. I'm thinking that we investigate, use hiking boots, move over here, and investigate again. We are at a 4. We're at a 4-2. I would rather keep my flashlight for some of these higher shroud values, but I really want a... We're going to go here for Jack's ability, which is an emergency cache. We'll place emergency cache under here. Okay. Not quite sure how to... I wish I had more dice somewhere to delineate whose card it is. Okay, so this is Jack's card. We're just going to remember that this is Jack's card. Okay, so that was a fast action. Let's go ahead and just investigate a 4 to a 2. I think that's what we got. 4 to a 2. -3, we don't win. Let's go 4 to 2 as no, let's move for 1. Also Lone Wolf needs to trigger, sorry. We'll move, and then we will use a flashlight to investigate here. So this is a 4 to a 1. Skull is a -0. So we get a clue. At the end of our turn, we're going to draw a card into a perception. It's going to help us get some clues. And we're good. Nice. Jim's turn. Yeah, so that was investigate, fail, move, and then investigate again. Okay. Jim's turn. We're not going to use Living Ink. I think we're going to come over here for 1 action. So spend 3 resources to parlay, expose a concealed mini card at this location. That comes in with 2. You know, the power word would actually be really good over here on the thing that follows. Just have it heal forever and then just have it follow around. Especially because Jim, I feel like, is kind of floundering right now a little bit. Let's do... It's like I could search 3 to 3, but I don't want to do that. Let's draw a card. Send it to a guts. And then we will draw a card for another copy of power word. Okay. So during the enemy phase, we're going to have the enemy move down here. Yep. Enemy moves. We will unexhaust. Everyone gets some money. Jack is going to get another copy of Hiking Boots, so we can toss that. Jim is going to get Final Rhapsody. Reveal 5 Chaos tokens from the bag for each bad token, or for each skull or auto fail token. Take 1 damage and 1 horror. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, that's not the worst. That's really not the worst treachery. It's okay. Okay. I think we're good. We're placing our 4th, which is going to finish. Now, there's only 1 of these, so I assume we don't lose the game at this point, because that'd be a little crazy. The daylight dims, and you strain your eyes to examine why a strange black shape has begun to crawl its way over the outline of the sun. An eclipse? Whatever this cult is up to, you better stop it soon. In player order, each investigator choose either place one clue from the token pool on clues unveiled, or search the encounter deck and discard pile for a cultist enemy and draw it. If no cultist enemy is found, place one clue on clues unveiled instead. Shuffle the encounter deck if it is searched. For each eclipse that was on this agenda, when it advanced, an investigator must resolve the above effect an additional time. Oh, that's kind of cool. Flip the agenda back over, adding one resource to it as an eclipse. Okay. So that's going to be one eclipse. So we have to place one clue over here or go get an enemy. I'm thinking that the enemy is not going to be the end of the world. I mean, we have to find it. But if we have... I mean, we have these... We have the acolytes, which are just so easy to kill. I'm trying... Yeah. Let's find the acolyte. So, conceal one. Actually, you know what? It may not. It doesn't have yeah, the acolyte I don't think has conceal right now. So either choose to place one clue or search the encounter deck and discard power for a cultist enemy and draw it. If no cultist enemy is found, place one clue on clues unveiled instead. Shuffle the encounter deck if it's searched. And so like this gets drawn, but the active side where it says that they have concealed is not revealed. So do they not have concealed at this point? I think that's probably how that works. I think we I don't know if anyone has anything to weigh in on. It feels like the intent would be that they would have concealed. Maybe that's because they're drawing it. Maybe I don't know. That's weird. That's weird. I think we'll... Each non-weakness cultist enemy gains concealed one, and that is not there when we draw. Now the only question is like a cultist enemy and draw it. Does that mean that we're not resolving the cultist enemy until the start of next turn? Or the start of the draw encounter phase? I think you're right about the intent. That has to be a bug, right? Unless it's like you're able to find them because they just caused a giant eclipse. Let's just go ahead and give them the concealed. I'm not 100% on the ruling, but the fact that it says like draw it and not reveal it, I'm wondering if there's some interaction there that's just a little weird. Yeah. So this has a clue on it. This is Jax. There's an issue like that in Misatonic. Yeah, exactly. Let's go concealed here and concealed here. We need 8 clues over there. The only reason that I'm hesitating on if I want to do it again is because of these shifting shadows. Because that can get really, really nasty. But I mean, let's just do it. Okay, so we got Acolyte. What are our options? And then the Sinister Wizard of the Order. The end of the Mythos phase, place 1 Doom on Wizard of the Order. I kind of dislike that one. Let's just grab another Acolyte. So we'll shuffle that, and then we'll conceal card. Again, if that's not how it's played, I would much rather make it more difficult. So, okay. Jack's card is going to be a Sinister. At the end of the enemy phase, if it is ready, place 1 Doom on it. So we're going to need another. Here's B and another decoy. I also feel like I'm wondering if I'm cheating with this concealed card. Like when they get puts them into play, distributed as evenly as possible among the locations in play, starting with the locations nearest to them. Okay. If each of these locations already had 1 or more concealed mini cards, they shuffle them face down. Okay. So this one's here, and then we'll go this one to be here. We're gonna redo this. Okay. So decoy. Oh, and I grabbed the wrong card anyways. So decoy and Acolyte. This is gonna be Jax. Shuffle, place 1 here and 1 here. Then Acolyte, we're gonna shuffle the decoy with Jim. We're gonna go 1 here and 1 here. Then we just drew Sinister B, so we're gonna shuffle that with the decoy card. Cable confirmed on Twitter. Well, I'm just gonna take a quick little break. Oh. Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. Look at that. Nice. Okay. Finally, right? we got something. So, okay, so we have Cable, but it still feels like something that would Deadpool being like the Deadpool's messing with it, right? Like it's the fourth wall type situation. Plot twist is actually Deadpool dressed as Cable. Okay. I'm hoping that we get something on Thursday. I really thought that we were gonna get something on this Thursday, but that was not the case. 1 here and 1 here. Then Jim's ability is Peril. If there are no enemies in the shadows, it gains Surge. Or each enemy in the shadows attacks you, or each investigator loses an action. We're gonna lose an action because I can't take. Actually, it would only be 2 damage. It's a lot. It's too much. 2 damage and 1 sanity. Is that worth 2 actions? I think that's probably worth 2 actions. Deadpool will be breaking the wall. Yeah. Okay, so we get Cable. So I'm guessing that Deadpool is going to be the April Fools. Cable and X, a female X-Men, will be in the big box. I assume that the big box will be on Thursday then, and then I don't know. I mean, April Fools is on a Saturday. I would not be surprised if they use the same gimmick of like using or I would not be surprised if they use the same gimmick of like April Fool's release of a Deadpool like they do with Spider-Ham. But it's on a Saturday, so that would be kind of weird, I think. But okay. Can't they just end our anxiety? Right? I'm so ready for. Okay. I think we need to figure out what to do with these conceal cards right now. We need to get rid of this agent, or else he's just gonna start racking up some clues. I just bought all the X-Men. I don't need to have to buy more cards yet. I think kind of the unfortunate thing is they follow kind of the normal release schedule. We're looking at pretty late into the summer before we actually get the new content in our hands. So you probably have some time. Sounds of beast, no wallet, barfing. God, I mean okay. So a couple of things. I kind of wish I had saved my storm for of swords for gem over here. Let's go ahead and use. Actually, okay. So Jack is gonna go first. Let's go ahead and use the quick action here. We'll exhaust, and look. It's a test of will. We're gonna set the test of will under here. Oh yeah, I have different sleeves. That's how I can tell if they're different. So we got a test of will, or we got 1 and 1. So now, whenever a key is shifted, both players get to draw a card. So that's pretty nice. We've got only 2 actions. I think we are going to search here. We're at 4. I'm going to commit a perception to take us up to 6 to 3. I just really don't want to fail this. And we've got a -2, so we are good. Thank goodness, because we would have taken a lot of damage. So we are going to take the clue instead of revealing the conceal cards. So that takes a clue. That was 1 action. Perception was successful, so we get to draw a card, and we get to draw into another perception. That's pretty nice. Then we're going to exhaust hiking boots to move up here for a reaction. We have 1 action left. Oh, and Lone Wolf also triggers. I always forget about Lone Wolf. Dream Chaser and Circle Undone player cards release in June, and campaign cards release in July. If Champions releases in late summer, I better start saving now. Oh, I'm so excited for the Dream Chaser cycle. Dream Eaters. I don't think Dream Eaters was announced, right? Was it? I think it was Forgotten Age. Let's go ahead and evade here. So we're at 6 to 2. -2. It's a decoy. There's my action. I ended 1 away. We're going to draw a card into Embezzled Treasure. Nice. Okay. Now it's Jim's turn. We got 2 actions. That's it. You can clearly tell that you don't play Lord of the Rings. Let's not use living ink. We're going to move for 1 action. We're going to spend Power Word. This engages us. We're going to spend Power Word for a fast action to attach that there. Nah, it's Forgotten Age, Circle Undone, then Dream Eaters. Dream Eaters will be the next Arkham cycle to repackage. They announced Forgotten Age. Did they announce Circle Undone? I don't think they have announced Circle Undone yet. Since I only have one action, I'm thinking of just having it exhaust so it doesn't hit me. Yeah, we'll give it a fast action to exhaust. And hopefully do better stuff next time. Okay. Enemy phase, nothing happens, but we do get a clue here. Oh, just one. We will unexhaust everything. One. Boom. We'll get some money. Three, 4, 6, 7. Jack's gonna get a Pathfinder. There we go. During your turn, if you're not engaged with any enemies, exhaust Pathfinder, move to a connecting location. Beautiful. Circle and Done has been announced, so Dream Eaters will be next. Sweet. I've heard mixed things about Dream Eaters. Jim's got his lone wolf going. Let's go. Let's go. Alrighty. I'm gonna place a Doom. Jack's card is False Lead. If you have no clues, False Lead can surge. If you have one or more clues, test Book 4. For each point you fail by, place one of your clues on your location. So Book 4. We are at 4. Let's Perception take us up to a 6. And Unexpected Courage to take us up to a 8. The reason I'm doing that is I do have a concealed card here, so if I fail, I'm taking 2 horror, and it's worth going up. Okay. Then a tablet, so a -3, so the additional Unexpected Courage did help that. So we don't fail, we don't have to place a clue. Perception draws us into Scout Ahead. And we're good. I need to get rid of these Seeing Shadows. Those are going to be bad for me. Okay. Jim's card is another False Lead. We don't have any clues, so this can surge into Shadowed. If there are no cultist enemy in play, take 1 horror, and Shadow gains surge. Otherwise, find the cultist enemy nearest you. Place 1 Doom on that enemy and test Brain X, where X is that enemy's fight value. If you fail, take 2 horror. Okay, so 1 Doom on that enemy. Let's place it on this guy. And test Brain X, where X is 3. We're at Brain 4. Actually, we're at Brain 5. Living Ink does trigger, because Living Ink just gives us a +1 to the chosen skill, and at the start of your turn, you can choose to remove to ignore the ability for the rest of the round. So it is active during this phase. So we will go ahead and use that. We're at 5. 5 to 3. Got a -2. We are good. Let's go. Then the circle redone. Okay. Then it's the Dream Bar. The Dream Barfers. I'm also trying to add Dice Storm to my collection somehow. I need some of that Nathan and Jason streamer money. I got Dice Storm for... I got a copy for teaching it at a convention. Thrice Spoken is... Or not Thrice Spoken. Tongue Twister is going to be really, really good. Because I can tell it to heal and exhaust in 1 turn. Ooh. Even if Edge of the Earth is released in the player campaign packaging, does that mean we'll have a repackaging of that too? Yes, 100%. Yeah. No, we're going to definitely target this Tongue Twister. Because that's going to be some excellent efficiency right there. We can heal. Oh my goodness. Be great. Okay, so we have 3 actions. What are we looking to do? I think we're just looking to find these guys right now. And we can do that some here. I want Jim to go second because I think Jim wants to move out of here so that we can continue to trigger Lone Wolf. And so we're going to have Jack go. We're going to conceal card here. And then we may search, and then hop over. I do want to play... Oh, wait. I do want to play Pathfinder. So that could be a move. Okay, we're good. We're good. Let's have Jack go first. We're going to spend 3 money to play Pathfinder. Running out of room, team. So during your turn, if you're not engaged with any enemies, we can exhaust Pathfinder to move to a connecting location as a quick action. So that's 1. Is it just me or is the board crowded all of a sudden? It is very crowded. It is very, very crowded. I'm wondering if I could probably do this up here. Move this up a little bit. Get this out of the way. Is that a little bit better? Let's go ahead and take a look at Jim's card. It's a power word. I think we're probably good. I don't think we need 3 copies of power word. So let's go ahead and place that under. Okay. Okay. So we've done 1 action for Pathfinder. Let's find this concealed card. So we're gonna go 6. That will also give us yeah, we'll definitely do that. So 6 and a tablet is a -3, so we are good. Concealed card is an acolyte. Any of them. We're gonna take this guy. So that was my 2nd action. We will go ahead and attack this using our bullwhip. So we are going to be attacking 6, 2, 3. We've got a -3, so we are successful. This guy dies. And then we are going to... That was our 3rd action. And we're going to use Pathfinder to hop over here. Also, I need a money for Lone Wolf, because I somehow can just never remember that at the beginning of the turn. I have 0... Or I can draw a card, which I think I will do. I think I'm just going to be drawing cards. Money is fine. We got Nimble. Okay, cool. Okay, we're good. I think I'm going to spend Jack's time looking for clues up here. I also think we may want to flex into Jim a little bit more for like the clairvoyant stuff and help him, just have him be able to get some clues. I think that will be really good. Okay, so Jim over here, we're going to use our first action to tell this guy to exhaust. And then we are going to spend 1 to play a Lone Wolf. We're not doing Living Ink, by the way. I'm wondering... We need to get these concealed cards out of here. I could shift this and go to a 6. And so now I'm searching like a 6 to a 3 versus a 4 to a 3. If we shift that, what is the shift back? Draw the top card of the encounter deck. That's bad. I don't like that. But if we shift it, then we get to draw 2 cards, draw 1 card. So we start getting that card efficiency as well. And then we can probably get rid of one of these concealed cards. I feel like I can figure out a better way to do that. I feel like that's not where I need to be using my shifting the Eye of the Ravens. But I do need to get rid of the concealed cards. So, but right now I have the Azure Flame. And if I find one of these guys, they're going to attack me. And I don't think I like that idea either. Let's draw a card. Emergency cash. That doesn't help. We could play Shriveling on top of Alchemical Transmutation and have another fight out there ready to go. That actually may be what we need to be doing. Too late to watching you today. Likely die from insanity, but you made it. Hey, Astari, how's it going? Welcome. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. We're going to use 3, discard Alchemical, and play Shriveling on top of it. Okay. Enemy phase, nothing. We get 1 clue up here. We need to find him. We need to find him soon. Unexhaust. Get money. Jim's card is going to be a Living Ink. Okay, so we could toss the Living Ink over on Jack if we wanted to. Then we got Jack's card is a Fieldwork. Excellent. Love it. Jack's at 2, 4, 6, 8 cards, so we're going to have to start pitching some cards. Top of the round, we're going to add 1 here. Jack's card is a Sinister A. So we got another... Yeah. We got A and a Decoy coming in because they both have Conceal. Shuffle this up. We're going to throw it over here because it's going to be easier to hit that Conceal card. Jeez. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we currently they're at 3 clues. I put them. Here it is. Okay, so let's actually look at this. We got 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so we do have enough clues to advance. I wondered if I needed to take advantage of the ability of evading taking the clue and putting it back in the conceal. I don't think so. I think I'd rather... Okay. Cool. This is a longer scenario. Jeez. I didn't realize we were already at 1 hour 42. Nice. Okay. Gyms. Place 1 Doom on the current agenda. Okay. So Jack's going first. Got 3 actions here. Let's go our first action to play Fieldwork. So now whenever we move to a location, we can exhaust, and our next skill test gets +2. So that's awesome. So that's our first action. Our second action, we are going to go after this Conceal card. We're going to try and evade it. So we're at 6 to 4. Let's go ahead and throw a Manual Dexterity to go 8 to 4. Mainly I need to... Well, that's going to draw me a card. So maybe I don't want to do that. Actually, you know what? Here. Let's do Nimble. I'm going to go Nimble. So for each point you succeed, we can move to a connecting location. Remind me, what are you trying to do again? We are trying to find a another one of these keys that has been lost forever, and we're kind of racing these agents or these cultists to get them. So the cultists are gathering clues as well as we are. Once we have 8, once we have 8, we spin the clues. We're at 2, they're at 3, so we've got -4. Oh no, we fail. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh no. Okay, so that's 6, 7, -4. We fail. We take 2 horror. Oh no. Oh no. Oh jeez. Ouch. Ouch. I need to get rid of these. Let's do manual dexterity. Let's do it again. So we're gonna go 8 to 4 this time. Finding a key. Does it happen to be a Scarlet key? Potentially. If you feel selfish, you could assign horror to that ally. Oh, you are so right. Thank you. We're definitely going to do that. I don't want her to die, but I also would rather... Okay, we're going to do it again. 8 to 4, -3. So we're good this time. This concealed card is a decoy. So we know that this is the agent here. We draw a card from manual dexterity. Think on your feet. Think on your feet does not really work with these concealed enemies. We have 1 action left. We could go over here and get this concealed card, but then it's just going to attack me, and I don't think I want that. We will move over there eventually. Man, Jim's got to figure out how to lay down some damage. Oh, we're going to use her ability to get Jim to get a guts. We're going to throw the guts under here. So now we're at, I think, 4 cards. So we're pretty close to maxing her out. But now Jim's going to be drawing a lot of cards once he shifts his key, or once a key is shifted. And the idea here is that now Jim can draw into like his Storm of Spirits and all that good stuff. Think on your feet came from Dunwich. It was a simpler time back then. Right? Amen. Oh, yeah, I did not pass with the nimble. Let's go ahead and search using this flashlight. So we're 4 to 2. I think I want to... Let's go 5 to 2. We're going to commit a think on your feet. So it's a 5 to 2. I also didn't do Lone Wolf again. Hilarious. So we're 5 to 2. -1. We are good. We get one of these clues. And we will exhaust Pathfinder to move here. And that was our last action. We're ending our turn. I think we're going to draw a card into a flashlight suite. Now it's Jim's turn. First action, we're just going to get the thing that follows out of here with the power word. So that's going to be 1 action. What do we need to be doing with our lives here? Actually, let's make a determination if we need to use living ink right now. Let's use living ink because we got another one in our hand, so we're going to use living ink. We're up to 5 on our... No, we're not. We're not. We're not going to use living ink, but what we are going to do is we're going to shift this. So during a skill test at your location, the performing investigator uses their base skill value as 6. So we're going to go and we're going to investigate here. So 6 to 3, we're going to shift this. Jack gets to draw a slip away, and then Jim draws 3 cards. The Trumpet, Test of Will, and an Emergency Cache. Okay. Now we're going 6 to 3. -3, so we're good. So we get to reveal this conceal card here. It's a Aspirate B. Sweet. Okay. So he comes in, engages us. And then we got a Azure Flame, where we can hit him for 2 damage if we wanted to. Yeah. We'll use Azure Flame. So we're attacking for a 4 to a 2. We really need to bump Jim's stats up. We're going to go Guts. So we're going to go 6 to a 2. And we've got a -4, so we are good. We've thrown that -4 too many times. Guts procs to get a Shriveling. And then we throw 2 damage here. Okay. Also, Lone Wolf. I need to get better at figuring out how to remember Lone Wolf. Oh, jeez. At 2. Okay. So let's do this. Well, that was all 3 of my actions. So it's enemy phase now. So we're getting hit for 1 here. And then no other enemies doing anything. So he's exhausted, but we will get a clue here. And then we will unexhaust. We will draw a card, which is Dr. Christopher. There we go. That helps with the book. And then money. Jim is going to get a Clairvoyance, which is going to help search a little bit. And a money. The thing that lurks isn't allowed to play the game at this point. Yeah, right? But this Tongue Twister is going to be so good. You can exhaust and heal. You can exhaust and have it go. I mean, like, it's... go back up to 3 actions each. What I'm... Okay. So we're at 2, 4. I don't want to get more enemies. I think I probably need to evade these enemies a little bit more. I don't know. We're gonna place 1, and this is gonna happen. Place 1 clue on clues unveiled, or search the encounter deck and discard power for a cultist enemy and draw it. I don't really want to do that. But I don't want to place 3 clues over there either. So I guess my options is trying to get all the clues on the table. We know that this is Cuttery B, right? Or Cuttery A. Trying to figure out what I need to be doing. Maybe place 2 and A. We could go here and here. And place 2 up there. Then we'd be at 2, 4, 6, probably 7. We'd be really close to pushing. And I just don't have the actions or the ability to clear out the concealed cards. That being said, if I can draw into a Storm of Spirits, I can clear a lot of these concealed cards, like in 1 action. So that'd be pretty sweet. These acolytes, actually, I definitely should be evading and taking their clues. Because there's no reason for me to kill them. Like, bring them out. We're going to get the acolytes. We're going to find the acolytes, evade them, throw them back to the shadows. Or I guess they're just going to be hanging out here then. No, they go back to the shadows. Um, After you evade enemies, return to the shadows and resolve his concealed keyword, take one of his clues. So the acolyte can go back and we're fine. I guess it's another decoy at that point. It's like a little bit worse of a decoy, and that kind of sucks, but we're gonna do that. Okay. Let's find our acolytes. That should have been something I was doing at the very beginning. So we're gonna find one. Let's see how many we got. 2. We only have 2 of these. We're gonna place one clue on here. So we are going to find the acolyte with Jack. So this is in player order. So we got a decoy and any acolyte. So we're going to shuffle these up. Place one here and one here. Jim is going to place a clue. Jack is going to find the acolyte. I'm going to shuffle these up. 1 and 1. The idea is that we can draw into like a storm of spirits. So we got 2, 4, 6, 7. So we have to. They're probably gonna win. Oh, that's fine. We got one more. Jack's ability. Peril, you must either spend 1 clue or take 2 damage. We're gonna take the 2 damage. We got Jim's card is gonna be Ancient Evils. Place 1 Doom on the current agenda. Okay, we gotta move quickly. We gotta move quickly because we're gonna just get overrun very, very fast. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay. This is I'm excited about this. I'm excited about this. Let's have Jack go first. We're gonna shift this. So heal 1 damage from each enemy in play. Then if an investigator shifted this key, flip it to its stable side. So we're gonna heal 1 damage here because we can deal 2 damage with the shriveling. And so having 1 health. That being said, we shifted this key. So we get to draw 3 cards for Jim, which is a Holy Rosary, a Ward of Protection, and there it is, the Storm of Spirits. And we have way too many cards for Jim now. And Jack gets to draw a Scout ahead. Okay. Feel much better about that. Okay. Sweet. So that was a quick action for here. We got the Storm of Spirits, which is going to deal damage here. And we're probably going to get multiple enemies engaged with us, which is not good. But we may actually wait and do that next turn. Now that I'm looking at it, we may actually wait and do that next turn. We need to kill this guy. That's non-negotiable. If we kill him, we buy another turn. I'm trying to figure out if I want to start searching through these concealed cards, or should I should get a resource from Lone Wolf, or should I? Yeah. Okay. Okay. We've got 4 resources and 1 action to play Christopher. She does not take up an ally slot, so Christopher has my ally slot. We get +1 book. That gives me a little bit more safety there. I'm going to spend another action to play Embezzled Treasure. And we'll go ahead and move 2 resources there, because we have to do this at some point. We got 1 more action. We will use Fieldwork and Pathfinder to hop up here. So we have +2 skill value to the next test. So we're going to be searching for 7 to 4. And let's go ahead and use a 7 to 4 is what I should be doing. A 7 to 4 should be solid. We'll go 7 to 4. We'll go 7 to 4 and preserve the flashlight. 7 to 4. Come on, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. -3. We are good. So we get this. We get a resource from Dr. Christopher. We have the option to use hiking boots to move. We can go to this conceal card, or we can come back over here. I think probably we want to deal with this over here. That being said, we have a free action next turn to move, and so I'd rather just get the resource now at the end of my turn. Okay. Gems, we're going to use our shriveling. We're going to use living ink here. Actually, first things first, Lone Wolf gets us a resource. Living ink, we get +1 to our brain. Now we are looking at a 5 to a 2 with shriveling. 5 to a 2. We've got a -3. We are good. That's going to deal 2 damage and kill this guy. That's one action. Second action, we're going to spend 2 money to drop a Holy Rosary. We got 2. Oh my gosh, we have so many cards. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 cards. We could shift this to draw the top card. We have a Ward of Protection, so we could shift that just to get it back, and then draw more cards. I don't think I want to do that. Oh, we have this guy. Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and exhaust this guy. Or do I take the damage? Do I take an attack? And no, I don't want to take an attack of opportunity. So we're gonna actually exhaust him. Then we're gonna play Holy Rosary. Is how the operations work out. Yep. Thank you, Maddie. Yep. Thank you. Good call. I'm gonna set it like this so it's a little bit easier to see. This is a very busy board right now. This is kind of crazy. Okay. So, enemy phase, unexhaust here. Yep. We get 1 clue up here. Boom. Nope, sorry, on this one. So we are at 2, 4, 6 out of 8. So we're good. We've unexhausted here. We'll unexhaust. Gem will get a money and draw a card. It's another Holy Rosary. We have to discard 2 cards. We're gonna toss. I'm gonna toss a Clairvoyance. We don't need that, and we're gonna toss this Holy Rosary. So that leaves us with 2, 4, 6, 8. So we got 8 cards, which is our max hand size. Then Jack is at 2, 4, 6, 7. His 8th card is going to be an Unexpected Courage, and he gets a money. Cool. We'll go ahead and reset our actions. We got 3 and 3. Alrighty. This is a busy board, team. Busy board. Okay. Top of the round, we're going to add 1 here. Jax, a Wizard of the Order. Spawn any empty location. At the end of the Mythos phase, place 1 Doom on the Wizard Order. So this is going to be Wizard of the Order and a decoy. So we have to shuffle these up. Go 1 here and 1 here. We got Wizard of the Order, which will get a clue. So I hopefully whatever this card is that Jim pulls doesn't give a clue. You must either choose to spend 1 clue or take 2 damage. We're going to take the 2 damage because we don't have any clues to spend. Yikes. Okay, we got to heal with him. Okay, let's do this. So Jim has the... We're going to have Jim go first. Let's use a quick action to bring back Power Word into our hand, because we have upgraded it with greater control. So as a quick action, return it to our hand. We're going to spend 3 money. We're going to get one from Lone Wolf, but 3 money to play Storm of Spirits. So we're going to attack. I guess it's 3 to 3, or it's, we're going to use Living Ink, by the way. So actually, first, we're going to drop Living Ink. We're going to use Living Ink. We get +1. I think we get +2. I think that's how I read that. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay. So we're at a 6 to 3. We are going to commit something. Because I really don't want to miss this one. Test of Will is the only thing that we can really do. I guess Ward of Protection? Or we just assume that we're not going to draw the -4. I don't like it. I don't like it. We're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go 8 to 3. Wait, 7 to 3. 7 to 3. +1. Look at that. Didn't need to do that. So it deals 2 damage to everything. So it's going to kill the thing that follows. We're going to shuffle that back into our deck, which we will see very, very soon because we're about to deck out with Jim. And then we deal 2 damage to each one of these. This is our first action here. So we've got Acolyte Any. I guess let's do this as it comes out. So we'll take Acolyte here. We've got Decoy, Acolyte. I don't think I really kind of thought through the fact that we could just die, but here we are. And then a Decoy. Okay. So we have 2 actions left. It would be nice to evade these things, but there's no way I'm going to be able to do that. I'm not going to be able to evade. I think I have to kill these things. I could. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The best evade I can do is a 2 to a 2, and that's just not worth it. I didn't really think about that, but here we are. I could shift this. Draw all the cards again. Wouldn't be the end of the world. Have I seen all my weaknesses? I don't think I have. I think there's... Oh, the other weakness is the guy who follows me around. So if we can shift this to draw the top card, we can play a Test of Will to cancel that Revelation effect. And then we can evade the Acolyte here, which would put it back, but also get a clue for us. And then we could kill the other Acolyte. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and shift this. So we're going to draw. There are no cultist enemies in play. Take 1 damage. Otherwise, find the cultist enemy nearest you. Place 1 doom on that enemy and test feat X, where X is that enemy's evade value. If you fail, take 2 damage. We will go ahead and play a Test of Will as a fast action. If you cancel or test Brain 3, so we're at 6 to 3. We've got... Oh, no! No! Okay, that's really bad. That's really, really, really bad. Okay. Okay, we'll place this. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think we immediately advance. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. Oh, no. Test feat X. So we're testing 2 to 2. And we'll take 2 damage if we miss this. Here we go. 2 to 2. -3. And we have to place a clue. So we take 2 damage. So we're down to 1 health left with Jim. There is no way for us to resign either. Okay, so now let's advance. If the cult reaches the clue threshold first, you discover what you believe the talisman's resting place and find it already torn apart. Resting on the ground nearby is a torn up manuscript which you hastily begin to restore. Actually, yeah. In either case, resolve the conceal keyword on each non-weakness cultist enemy not already in the shadows. Oh my gosh. Shuffle the encounter discard pile and set aside. Proceed to Act 2 setup. There's a whole nother. This is a long scenario, team. So we're shuffling this. There's a whole nother setup. We're shuffling these 2 in there. And then we're doing the Acolyte. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Jim's about to die. Ugh. At least these Acolytes are going away. So that's good. Also, we're drawing a bunch of cards, so we'll do that here in a second. Proceed to Act 2 setup. When you are instructed to do so during Act 1B, follow the instructions to set up the play area for Act 2. Set each of the current locations aside without discarding cards or token at those locations. These locations, along with the cards at the locations, are not considered to be in play during Act 2, but will re-enter play in the same state. Okay, so actually let's do the conceal first, because we're supposed to do conceal first. So we got Acolyte, Decoy, Acolyte, Decoy. I don't know how well this is going to go for us. So we've got 1. Oh, wait, shoot. No, that's not how that works. We've got Acolyte and Decoy. We'll shuffle these up. 1 and 1. Shuffle these up. 1 and 1. Okay. Then these go back to the shadows. So we are going to current locations aside without discarding any of the cards or tokens at those locations. So let's just go ahead and do this. I assume we will. Yes, you've heard about first game, but have you heard? Do you think that they know about second game? Shuffle the 7 Grand Bazaar locations and remove one of them from the game at random without looking at it. Reveal a random token from the Chaos bag and find the diagram below that matches the revealed Chaos token. If none match, retry. Put the remaining locations into play, arranged in a pattern. Note that these locations is designated at the entrance and one is designated as the east gate. Move each investigator to the entrance. Shuffle together each of the concealed mini cards on the 4 locations from Act 1. Divide them as evenly as possible among the Grand Bazaar locations in play. You're ready to proceed to Act 2. Okay. Get rid of one of these. And we will reveal a... Here. Okay. So we got 1, 2. That's not the right thing. 1, 2, 3. We don't have a lot of room. Let's see if we can make some room here. Okay. Take all the conceal cards. do them as evenly as possible. So I guess we'll just start at the entrance and start. And then this is the entrance here. So we got. Okay. Proceed to Act 2. Find the talisman before the... According to the manuscript, the talisman was discovered somewhat recently by a third party and brought to the Grand Bazaar as a valuable item to be sold. You cannot let that happen. Had to step away a bit. How are we doing? Moving on to phase 2? Yeah, we're moving on to phase 2. We do not have the right clues. They took all the clues. It's not good. It's really bad, actually. Because Jim's at 1 health. Find the talisman before the cult does. If either the cult or the investigators at this location, at the location designated at the East Gate, possess the requisite number of clues, advance. Do not spend clues when you advance. We're at 8. Are you about to go back to the... That board is busy. The board is very, very busy. And I'm hoping I have enough time. I got some stuff to do. We'll play through this, but if it does after this scenario look like we may need to put this one on pause. So we start here. This has a shroud of 5, because why not, right? We can parlay, take control of 1 clue from a cultist enemy at this location, then return that enemy to the shadows and resolve its concealed keyword. Victory 1. 3 clues on there. Okay, and I'm trying to remember where the heck I was. I think I still have 2 actions here. Yeah, because the Acolyte got another clue. Yeah. There's basically a phase 3 to it as well. Jeez. That's cool. I just was not expecting to play a 4-hour game today. Okay. So we have 2 actions left with Jim. I don't have the ability to hit a 5. I don't actually know what to do about that. I guess we could... Oh yeah, we're drawing 1, 2, 3. Arcane Initiate, Unexpected Courage, and Granny. And then Jack is drawing a Slip Away. I don't know what to do. I guess we could drop a... Did I discard a... I did discard the Clairvoyance. I probably should not have done that. I guess I didn't necessarily know that we were going to need to do a 5. Our best case scenario is we can attack this thing for a 6, and then we have an Unexpected Courage to take it up to a 8 to 5 to get rid of one of these concealed cards. Oofed. That's crazy. I mean, let's do it. Let's do 8 to 5 with an Unexpected Courage. -3, so we're good. We got an Acolyte. Any. Take this guy with 2 clues. So we could take a clue from him and put him back into the shadows if we wanted to. That's an option. I think that's what we do. So we take a clue away from him. Then return that enemy to the shadows and resolve its conceal keyword. So it's going to go back. Shuffle these up. One, I guess one there. So now we have a clue. They are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we are at 2, 4, 5. Not great. We have one action left. We're going to play a emergency cash for 3 money. Or we could actually move. Let's actually move. Let's not do the emergency cash. We got 2, 4, 6, 7. We would have to discard emergency cash anyway, so let's just play emergency cash. Okay. I'm wondering if we spend the time and energy to discover the 3 clues here. We have no clue efficiency, so it would be 3 tests to take there. That being said, we have flashlight. I have another flashlight in my head, and we have the opportunity to like go over here for fieldwork, Pathfinder shenanigans, and hop back. Yeah, that's probably worth it. So let's go ahead and use flashlight. So this is going to be a 3. We are testing a 5. 5 to 3. We'll commit a unexpected courage. -3, so we are good. We get one of these clues. 4. Okay. That was 1. We get a resource, which we will move that resource and the other one over there for a free action. Let's shift this key. So we will heal 1 damage and 1 horror from everyone at our location. So 1, 1, 1, 1. Then Jim has to draw all of his cards. So the thing, so we got 1, 2, 3 is up here. We got Ward of Protection and Azure Flame. And then Jack is going to draw into a backstab. We will use a Pathfinder to come over here. Oh, much better. When you would move into this location, test feat 3. If you fail, you must either lose 1 action or cancel the effects of the move. Okay, that's not good for Jim. This has 2 clues. And then we've got a Shroud of 1, so it's going to be a lot easier to hit these conceal cards. So we've got this. We're testing 6 a lot. We got a -3. We are good. So that's our... No, that's not even an action. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so... I may get rid of this Seeing Shadows, actually. No. We're going to attack. Got +1. Concealed is a decoy. Okay. That was 1, 2. Let's do it again. Let's attack again. -3, we're good. You got a Sinister Aspirant. A. So he's going to be engaged with us here. Okay. And that's the end of my actions, unfortunately. Okay, so enemy phase. This guy's gonna hunt here. This guy's gonna hit us for 1 sanity. And now he's exhausted. We've got nobody gaining clues right now, so that's really good. So let's go ahead and do our refresh. We will unexhaust everything. Jim is going to draw into a granny, and he needs to discard a ton of cards. We'll look at that. Got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cards. Let's toss a granny. Let's toss a power word. We only have one of those. I don't think I can. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. So we're good there. Probably want to get Jim's trumpet onto the table at some point. Okay. Jack is going to get a money and draw into, at the end of your turn, take 1 direct horror. 2 actions to discard that. Oh my gosh. I have to get rid of that. Oh jeez. We are 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We have to get rid of a card from Jack. We could scout ahead here. That'd actually be pretty good. Let's toss a slip away. We don't need to slip away. Top of the round, we're gonna add, oh my gosh, this Doom is gonna be crazy too. I am too slow. My actions right now are way too slow. That's what I've determined. My characters are too slow for what they need to be doing. There's too many races in this campaign, and I'm just not able to keep up because I have no action efficiency. I need to fix that. Okay, so Jack has got, you must either choose to spin 1, 2 clue or take 2 damage. We'll take the 2 damage. Jim has got, you must either place 1 doom on a cultist enemy play or take 1 damage and 1 horror. If the investigators possess more clues than the cult, or if this is Act 3, resolve this revelation ability a second time. We've got 6. They've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So thank goodness. We're gonna place the clue. I'm gonna place the clue here. Okay. Ugh. We have to get rid of chronophobia. We have to get rid of this guy. Ugh, gross. Let's try and evade here. So he is alert, so he will hit us back if we miss. And also, if we miss, we're going to take a lot of damage. So I don't want to miss. We're at 6 to 4. If we go manual dexterity, we go 8 to 4. Actually, no. Let's do scout ahead. Scout ahead for 8 to 4. -1. We are good. So we exhaust. We take a clue. He goes back. We get one of his clues. So we're at 7. We need 16. Ugh. We're going to go 1 here and 1 here. We're going to spend 2 actions to discard chronophobia. So that puts us to 0. We will go ahead and use... I actually don't think I want to move. I don't think I want to move. We get the resource from Lone Wolf. I don't think I want to move. It doesn't give Jim the Lone Wolf. And also I want to move and investigate next turn. So here we are. Okay. Jim's about to deck out, so he's about to get a horror. Oh, we're going to move 2 over here. So we're up to 6. We're we're losing this game. There's no way we can keep up. There's no way, because this is gonna come out. We're gonna place 3 clues. We're, oh my goodness, we're in a lot of trouble. Um. Okay. Jim, we are not going to. What are we doing with Jim? What is Jim doing? Jim at the start of the turn gets a resource. I like don't want to use my keys because I don't want to draw the cards. that was a that was an interesting double-edged sword right there. Let's go ahead and spend 2 to drop Jim's trumpet. It's gonna be 1 action. So this is when a skull token is revealed, exhaust, heal 1 horror from investigator or a connecting location. We're going to spend 1 resource to play Arcane Initiate. She comes in with 1 Doom. Mainly, we're progressing next turn no matter what. She's a little bit of soak for me. Do I try and... I can go 5 to 5, which is just horrible. It's just horrible. That's so much. We got a couple that we can commit. We've got Granny, which would take us up to 6. I just don't think that it's worth trying to hit this without a living ink turn. We could shift, but then we're drawing all the cards, and I really don't want to do that. Actually, you know what? Drawing the cards can get me into another storm of whatever it's called, right? So if we draw into the Storm of Spirits, that does help. That does help. So we could draw a ton of cards. It's not a bad idea. The other thing is like, I don't think we're getting out of this. I don't think we're getting out of this. I don't think we're winning this scenario. So how can I set us up so that next scenario we're good? That's experience here. We're also at, I think we're at 3. Well, we're at 2 right now. We're at 2 experience. So we can get the experience. Also, just getting clues is a way. We have 6, 7, 8, 9. We need 16 clues. Jeez. Let's just spend the emergency cash for 3 money. And then next turn we'll be able to play a Granny. Okay. So enemy phase. Unexhaust here. Did I give the Wizard of the Order a clue last time? I don't think I did. Okay. So we'll unexhaust everything, which we did. Get a money for Jack. He gets to draw into Dr. Christopher. Jim gets some money, and we'll draw into a Arcane Initiate. We take 1 horror, and it's not direct, right? So we'll put it on the Arcane Initiate, and we'll shuffle. Okay, reset up here to 3 and 3. And here is where it starts to get really bad. We're going to place 1, which will move. Okay, so for each eclipse on this agenda, so we have to do this 4 times. So 4 clues here would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's just not good. What do we have here? Can't grab that one. We're looking for cultist enemies. Nope. We have sinister aspirants. Okay, so I think we take the 2. We give them to Jack. So Jack will take the first one. We actually may be running out of decoy cards, and I don't actually know what happens then. Sorry about that. No, we have plenty of decoy cards. Never mind. Okay, so we got decoy, sinister, C. I need to have a better place to put these cards. Oh, there they are. Okay. Okay, so we'll do C. Place here and here. And we're just going to hope for a storm over here, which will probably kill us, honestly. But actually, we'll go down here and down here. And then Jim's 2 options are going to be placing 2. Yeah. And we add a Eclipse. Okay. Jack's card is going to be... Okay, so no more than 1 concealed mini card can be exposed by each investigator this round. Jim is going to be the same thing. Okay, well, that's nice to pull those at the same time. Okay. We'll have Jim go first, because I think... I actually don't know. Yeah, I mean, we will use living ink here. So we're at 6. We're gonna spend 4. No, we have the initiate here, so I don't really want to play Granny right now, actually. So if we go performing investigator sets their base skill for this at 6. So it doesn't matter if we shift that, actually. Jeez. We can go 7 to 5 to get a clue. I think I'm kind of giving up on the scenario. I don't think that there is any way we can come out of this scenario alive. So with that being said, I think I'm going to try and get these clues. Is that just going to mean a ton of trauma for me? Probably, which is not good. Also, I'm starting to think that the green does not necessarily mean easy. Let's do that. Let's go 8 to 3 for an investigate to get a clue. You know what? Actually, no, we can't do that because we are not investigating with brain. Oh my gosh. Okay, come on, Nelson. Okay, so let's go back to this. We're gonna hang out. We could go 6. We have power word and water protection. I don't want to get rid of power word right now. Okay, so I don't know what Jim is doing. I think we move over here. I think Jack can get the clues over there. We have a flashlight. We have the ability to get Jack the clues. So we don't need Jim to deal with the clues. What Jim needs to do is come over here for 1 action. For 2 action, we are going to fight with shriveling. So we are testing 5 to 1. -3. So we are good. We've got the B. So this guy comes in and engages. It's our... And then we will... We'll spend another shriveling. We are going to fight him for 5 to 2. Get a -2, so that's going to deal 2 damage. Okay. Jack's turn. We will use 1, 2 to hop over here. This is so many things. Okay, so we get a +2 to our next test here. So we've got... Actually, you know what? We're going to shift this. No, we're not. Not yet. We'll shift that next turn. We'll just have him go first and shift it next turn. But I don't want to draw all the cards. This is actually a hindrance. We could kill her off, actually. It's not a bad idea. So we haven't used any actions. We are testing a 7 to 5 if we wanted to. Seven to 5 is not great. Let's go 8 to 5. Skull is -2. Actually, I think it's -3. So I didn't give the wizard another one again. So 8 to 5, we succeed. We get a clue. We get a resource, which will move over here. One action. My second action, we are going to spend 2 money to play a flashlight. We're going to spend our third action to investigate here. We're at 5 to 3. We're going to go 6 to 3 with a Dr. Christopher. And we've got a -2, so we are good. The thing that follows actually hunted over here, and now it's engaged with Jim. And Jim dies. No, he doesn't. I just completely missed that. So I'm not sure exactly what... We'll just call it there. I just completely missed that. I'm sorry. All right, well, that's a clue. That's another victory point. Okay. And that's my third action. Okay. So enemy phase, we're taking 1 and 1, which we'll put on the Arkham Initiate. And we're taking 1 here. Exhausted. We get a clue here. We get a clue here. So we're at 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 out of 16 clues. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think the play was to evade consistently, just consistently evade until you could throw them back into the shadows and take their clues. I need to find the wizard. We just yeah. I was racing rather than trying to steal from them. How much horror was on the initiate? Could have taken both enemies. No, I placed one horror on it earlier. It had one horror on it already. Um. Okay. Top of the round. Actually, we have to do refresh. Jim is going to draw into a Holy Rosary. Does not help. Jack is going to get a backstab. Reset actions. Okay. We'll place a Doom. Jack's. There are no cultist enemy in play. Take one horror. Otherwise, find the cultist enemy nearest to you. Place one Doom on that enemy and test Brain X, where X is that fight value. If you fail, take two horror. Bummer. Okay. So we'll place here. Fight value is 2. We're testing Brain 1. 1 to 2. And it's a fail. So a lot of bad things happen. We lose a clue. We take 2 horror. We take 2 more horror, so we're down to 1. That's bad. That's really bad. Actually, we're going to place one of that horror on Dr. Christopher. We're going to place one of the horror on her. These 3 get discarded. Okay. I was thinking of the upgraded version with 3. Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. Okay. That was really bad. That was really, really bad. Oh. We got locked door attached to the location with the most clues, and without a locked door attached, cannot be investigated. Test to pick or yeah. Okay. Oh, and the clue went back. No. No, that's so frustrating. Dang. Dang it. Okay. We need to find that wizard. So we're at 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 15. We're at 15. So one more and we lose, or well, we progress on. Let's have Jack go first. We're gonna shift. We're gonna heal 1 damage from this guy. We're gonna investigate with the flashlight. So we're 5 to 3, which is just not good. We're not gonna do that. I yeah. I don't quite know what to do here. We will lose, so I'm just gonna focus on getting this clue and hopefully not taking too much trauma. So we're gonna move over here, and so we're gonna test feat 3. We're actually gonna move with Pathfinder. So we're 6 to 3. We're at -1, so we're good. We are going to exhaust field work. We're gonna move back for an action. Now we're going to flashlight for, we got +2, so we're 7 to 3. -2. We would have been fine. So we got this. We got one action left. We get a resource there. We'll move this over. One action left. Let's move over to Jim. I am curious. I would like advice if you're watching or if you've played this one before, because I'm not 100% sure. I think I'm just not efficient. I don't have the efficiency. I also think I needed to be evading the acolytes earlier. Move over here for one action, and then we will gain a resource. We'll shift this to heal 1 damage and 1 horror from everybody. Okay. Okay, Jim has to deal with these guys. So Jim will shrivel the one with all the, I guess that doesn't get discarded. We're going to shrivel here. So we're going to go 6. We're going to use Living Ink. We're going to go 6 to 2. Minus max 3, so 3. So we're good. So that kills here. My experience, evading isn't the way to go because sending them back into the shadows just stacks up decoys like crazy. That's true. Yeah. I need clue efficiency. Yeah. I need something that can help me gather more than 1 clue per action. That's what I need. That's what I need. And that's going to be Jack. And so whatever that is, right, I'm sitting at 3 victory points now. Yeah. Yeah, I that's something I need. Okay, so that was 1 action here. We're going to spend 3 to play Power Word here. I'll do the thing as follows. Spend another action to exhaust it. We will spend 3 to drop an Azure Flame. The other thing that's not super great about this is, actually, we're going to drop a Shriveling. I didn't see that I had a Shriveling. The other thing that's not super great about this is that, like, Jim doesn't necessarily have a good way to get rid of decoys without using spells, and that's just not super okay with me. Okay, so enemies, we got, okay, so we progress here. So this is 1. I'm out of tokens, so 1. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, we progress. If the investigators reach the clue threshold first, attach the twisted apparition key to any investigator at the east gate. If the cult reached the clue threshold first, attach the twisted apparition key to any cultist enemy with the most clues. With all the free move actions, you have Jack. That kind of makes up for the clue action economy. It doesn't seem like it has. Like you can just the actions you would normally spend moving to investigate twice. That is true. I just feel like I haven't even been close in the last two games. I feel like the like whatever is going on, I just haven't even. The trick is to arrive, or is to have to be able to pass all those extra tests. That's true. Yeah, I mean that's really important. Um, yeah. Put the location from Act 1 that were previously set aside back into play with that Hagia Sophia to the left of the entrance of the Grand Bazaar. I don't have room for that. Oh, okay. It's going to be over here, I guess. Um, these two locations are connected to one another for the rest of the scenario. Put Gata docks into play. Okay, let's figure this out. Okay, so that's there. We're just gonna cramp it all together. And then we put the docks into play. You can only enter Galdata docks from Galdata. Okay. As an additional cost for do so, you must discard any combination of cards from your hand or assets from your player with at least 3 matching skill icons. Okay. If the cult reaches the clue threshold first, for every one investigator more clue than they have, move one cultist enemy with the twisted apparition once told the docks. How do I do that? Oh, reveal each mini conceal card in play. Okay. So Acolyte any. Go here. 2 decoys here. Decoy here. Acolyte any. Jeez. Decoy. Acolyte here. A is here. And decoy. Okay. And then got Wizard of the Order and the Sinister, which will engage. We'll go Wizard of the Order on Jack. We'll throw this guy over here. Okay. Locked door is still here. For every one more clues than they had than the investigators. So 16 minus 9 is 5. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're 1 away. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, wait. There's 7 more. They make it. They make it. Each investigator and cultist enemy loses each of their clues. Flip the unveiling story card over to its other side. Remove all the clues from it. Advance the act and agenda directly to the chase. It is both the current act and agenda. Okay. So this says each non-weakness enemy gains hunter, prey, investigator with the twisted aphorism. If it's not attached, it gains patrol the docks. When one or more doom would be placed on an enemy, instead it moves and attacks as if it were the enemy phase. After non-weakness enemy attacks, do you evade or defeat an enemy with the twisted apparition to control the twisted apparition? And then the chase. Get this thing out of here. If an investigator with the twisted apparition, if an enemy with the twisted, proceed to R6. Okay, so we don't get a rebuttal. So R6. Whew. Okay. You managed to find the location of the talisman, but the cult was one step ahead of you, swooping in and snatching it for themselves. Before you knew it, they had escaped the city with the entity unsealed. Who knew what horrors they've unleashed upon the world? You hope that someday the Foundation may be able to recover the talisman and prevent whatever entity it binds from causing too much harm. But until then, you shudder and put such thoughts away from the time being. Okay, so each investigator earns experience X, so we get 3 experience, so that's good. Mark 2 time, so we're up to 9 time. And the red glove man is the bearer of the twisted aphorism. Update your campaign log. Whew, that was brutal. That was brutal. Yeah, I'm not. At least we didn't take any trauma. That's good. No trauma is always really good. Um, I'm okay. So I think we're gonna upgrade to tongue twister so that we have a little bit of action economy and can heal. We may go with like betray to deal some damage, or actually maybe confess. We may go with confess, and so we can start gathering clues with Jim a little bit easier. Hmm. That yeah. Um, we I need to figure out. I may on the Discord, which if you're not a part of the Discord, I invite you to join. It's a great place. I may reach out there and see if I can get a little bit of deck building help. Um, because the last 2 scenarios we have not even been close, and so that's a little scary. I think, and maybe what I'm initially thinking, my gut reaction is that the build out of these characters is too slow for this campaign, or too slow for the scenarios that we've seen so far, right? It maybe it's not. I don't know. Hmm. I'm not 100% sure. I but like seeing like Shrouds of Five, those are tough. Hmm. I may upgrade to like the higher level shriveling. So we could go into like the higher level shrivelings that deal extra damage and stuff. That could be nice. Damage really hasn't been the biggest issue. The biggest issue actually is with these conceal cards. The conceal cards are just an action tax, which can be tough. I don't know. There's a lot of directions that we could go. Um, yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Alrighty, cool. So I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. My next stream is going to be Monday. We're actually going to be doing the Iron Man Hero Spotlight. So we're going to be playing Iron Man through the 4 different aspects for Marvel Champions. So I'm really excited about that. I absolutely love Iron Man. His board state looks like this for one player once he's completely built out. So I'm excited. So we got that. Our next Arkham stream is going to be a week from today at 10 a.m. So I will see 10 a.m. Eastern time, so same time as today, and we will see where we go. We will see where we go with the Arkham stuff, but um, it's interesting. It's interesting. This power word is going to get insane. I I am having fun. I'm not having fun. I'm just my brain is working in overdrive to try and figure out exactly what went wrong, or how many things went wrong. You have some buddies coming over tomorrow. One has never played Champions and wants to play Iron Man. Nice. Yes, that's gonna be epic. Nice. Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you all so very much for hanging out. I appreciate you all. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you all on Monday. Have some fun. Peace.